What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Shelton, my friend, how are you? Let me just poured them live. They didn't do it.
What's up, young brother?
What's going on?
You talked to me, man. I saw you on Boxing Voice this morning arguing with that fool.
I wasn't arguing with him. I kind of ignored him. I did tell him to shut the fuck up. I guess at the end I told him to go back. I mean, when you grow up on a ranch and you have nothing to do but gallop on horses, you get bored and you want to occupy your time trying to fuck with people. So,
you know what I don't get? I'm gonna tell you what I don't get, Marco. I don't get. I guess because I'm an old fucker.
mm-hmm.
I don't get how people get so invested in other grown men.
Yeah.
That you have to defend all of their actions.
What's up, Alberto? Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, he was. I was about to say something, but he got off. How he was just like, "I'm here for you, Ness. You know, I love you. I'm here for you." I was like, "What are you gonna fucking stare at through his door while he's sleeping? While Ness sleeps, you're just gonna sit there and watch him? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, weirdo?"
I think I must have missed that guy. I was talking about the tank guy when you first came on. Remember you first came on?
Uh-huh.
And you were going back and forth with the tank lover.
The tank guy.
So, well, David Haney gonna have to fight all the guys that tank beat already.
Oh, he wasn't being mean to me. I met him in person. He's cool.
No, I wasn't saying he's being mean to you. I'm just saying he's a goofy ass dude.
Oh, man, I mean, maybe. I don't think so, but I get it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, now he's
cool. I mean, come on, man. Who cares who David Haney got to fight? If he's in the 147 pound division and those are dudes there, he got to fight him.
Right. Now another guy came on who was being kind of annoying, but whatever.
Yeah.
Alan, Daniel, how are you doing?
I mean, it's one thing. I'm just saying, it's one thing to talk boxing. It's another thing to be. It's another thing to be, gargling.
Pause.
What's a pause? Pause for what? I just said gargling. I just say nothing, But y'all, what's up with this pause shit?
Anybody
young motherfucker got cut that shit out.
Yo, Alan, you have one more year, and anybody over 40 can't say pause anymore. So
no, I don't even say it, man. I'm just trolling.
You got like one more year, and if you say it, it's crazy.
I don't. That's not even in my regular vocabulary, man.
Good.
I don't say that.
Good.
But I am an admitted troll, and I enjoy it. So sometimes, it just comes out.
I didn't even say no homo when that was popular. I didn't even say that.
Yeah, I don't say that bullshit either. No homo. I know I'm not a homo. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. Exactly.
Hey, by the way, Marco, check out my troll article that I published not too long ago. I know we talked about it. You can see you can see a piece of me in there.
Who's
a piece of a few other people.
Huh? Is that Mo? Mo, is that you? Me Lord Haney? Yeah, I'll check it out. Who is that? I think that's who's that? That's name is Me Lord Haney.
That's wild, man. That is wild. That is wild.
Yo, my lord.
Oh my God. You guys are doing way too much, man.
Who is it? I really don't know who it is.
Get off the nigga nuts. The nigga want to fight. Get off his nuts.
It's who?
That is wild, man.
And you know why I put that name? Because it makes people emotional.
Oh, it's Vega.
No, it's
me.
It's funny, right? I didn't even say anything. It's just like, oh my God. You see,
that's some weird shit, bro. That shit's weird as fuck.
Exactly.
My Lord Haney. You don't see no problem with that? My Lord?
It affects you directly.
I don't see no problem with it.
It's all fun and games.
I mean,
Ain't no
Haney
problem.
boring a little bit. Good. So could be worse people to be your lord, I guess, right?
My lord.
That reminds me of vlogs who would always say, "That's your king." What's up, Alberto?
Me Lord Haney. Wow, man.
Hey, he actually believed that for a time, though. You know that, Marco?
What?
I remember on his videos, that motherfucker Wilder came out and said, "Yo, King is here." I said, listen to this motherfucker.
Yeah, no, he really did. You don't understand.
He really believed that shit.
I'm sure you do understand because you're in these boxing YouTube streets, but he has a whole fucking clan of people, like a huge support system who will do anything he says, believe anything he says, and fucking kneel before him like he's General Zod.
Hey, panel. Hey, panel. Marco, I got a question. I got a 3-part question. Yeah. All right. So, who do you believe was the fighter of the night? Who do you believe was the fight of the night? What do you believe was the fight of the night?
Benavidez, fighter of the night.
Wait. Fighter of the night, fight of the night. And no, I think that was it. But I had a 3-part, but you knocked me off my stoop, and I forgot what I was gonna say.
We just did this last night, Howard. We literally did.
Okay, who gonna go first?
Yep.
Who's gonna go first?
Benavidez was fighter of the night because he was the most dominant. Fight of the night, I had to be Noakes and Mason because it was so exciting.
Okay.
That's what I think. What about you guys?
Well, I think Bam was the fighter of the night, man. And obviously the Noakes Mason was the fighter of the night. And I have another part question, but it's all good. It'll come back.
Okay, I think. the fight of the night.
Wait a minute. Hold that thought. All right, the third 3-part question is: who do you believe should have been the main event? And if the main event was a main event, cool. But who do you believe? What fight do you believe should have been the main event?
Okay. Fight of the night was definitely Noakes and Mason. Fighter of the night was definitely David Benavidez because he was so dominant. And the main event should have been the main event, what it was.
Well, let's see something. Okay, I'm gonna look up career earnings for both fighters to kind of see who should be, career earnings. I believe Haney probably made more. Career earnings, Devin Haney.
But Haney wasn't the champion.
36 million. I don't think David Benavidez comes anywhere close to that. David Benavidez career earnings
not the fight
is 7 million. Yeah, so Devin should have been. But again, what's the criteria for fight of the night? Clearly, Devin has more people wanting to see him and more people wanting to pay him.
Are you talking about main event or fight? You talking about main event, Marco?
Main event, yeah. The main event probably should have been Devin then because he generates so much more money.
But it's funny you say that. But guess what? David Benavidez's fight on YouTube has double the amount of Haney's.
That's a fact.
You know what? Look, if it was up to me, I would say the same thing with Benavidez because I love David Benavidez. He's more exciting. Haney's just not exciting.
Plus, what somebody just said to you on the panel, Marco, Devin wasn't the champion, and nobody knows Brian Norman Jr.
Guys, do you know how boring the Ryan Garcia and Haney fight would have been if it wasn't for those knockdowns? Do you know how boring Saturday's fight would have been if it wasn't for Haney dropping him? Because we were all like, we're on the edge of our seat after that happened.
So I'll tell you why Haney versus Norman should have been main event.
Marco.
Because Monday Morning Coffee, that was pretty much the conversation. No one was talking about David Benavidez. Everyone was talking about Norman versus Haney on Monday morning.
It was unexpected.
Where is that a show?
Yeah. Where? Maybe in St. Louis.
No. In general, that's been the talk. That's what everybody's been talking about.
What you mean on YouTube? You mean on YouTube?
Well, all over.
No,
but Alan,
even before and after the fight, everyone was talking about Haney versus Norman.
Right,
no one was talking
Alan,
about.
It's about surprise. So, for example, when Roy Jones and God forgive me for bringing this up on my own accord. So let me just first,
Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot.
Stop spamming, bro.
It has it on repeat. So when Roy Jones got knocked out by Tarver, it wasn't the nastiest knockout. It wasn't like a Paul Williams versus Martinez or even a Pacquiao versus Martinez. But what made it so talked about was that it was surprising. Nobody thought it would happen. Nobody could. And the same thing, not at the same level, nowhere near, but nobody thought Haney would fucking sit this guy down like he was losing at musical chairs. Nobody thought he would do that. So I think
did.
it's more talked about. Okay, whatever. I think it's more talked about because it was surprising. Whereas David Benavidez's fight was way more exciting and way more violence. So that's my reason why I think it's talked about more. Not because it was a better fight, just more surprising.
But can you admit that the most talked about fight was Norman Haney before and after?
Alan, can I ask you a question? When did the Haney and Norman fight become really interesting? And was that before the Benavidez and Yard? Because without Benavidez and Yard, all you have to look forward to is Haney and Norman. I mean, this card is still the card, but it's not as exciting because we didn't know what was going to happen. So if you're going to sell this card, right, you're not going to sell it with Norman and Haney. That's why Benavidez is the main event. Because you know Benavidez is going to give you what you paid for, whether he loses or not. Period.
I don't understand that statement at all.
Me either.
It kind of lost me there, too.
Benavidez and Yard is going to produce fireworks, whereas Haney and Norman very well couldn't have, and it really didn't, except for that literally 3 punches.
Wait, y'all said they didn't understand that? I just asked you. Would you have been as interested in the main event, right? If there was no David Benavidez Yard fight on that card?
Yes.
Because I tuned in. I'll be honest.
Wait. Hold up. I didn't hear it. So what you're saying is,
hold on, because it was the last couple of weeks, y'all. No one was really talking about that fight at first. It started growing and gaining. It started gaining, right? Because we already knew Benavidez was pretty much going to win. We didn't know what Mason was going to do, but as the fight got closer, that's the fight that we started. But when you think about the card being announced, that was not the fight people were talking about. We started talking about that fight as it got closer. We start seeing interviews. We start seeing them talking. We start seeing clips of them jumping rope. We start seeing Devin Haney in his spot. So it got more interesting, and it got more interesting as the bets came in and stuff. That's how. But there was nothing really. Hold on. There was really nothing to get excited about with the Benavidez because we already knew he was going to do what he wanted to do.
Not everybody.
Now, let me ask you this. So what you're saying is, if they had taken Haney and Norman off the card, would you still have been excited about the card, is what you're asking?
No. If you would have taken the main event off the card and Haney and Norman was the main event,
still be excited.
Would you have been as excited?
Yes, I think you'd be not
knowing how the fight. Remember, we know how the fight went now. We didn't know how the fight was going to play out then.
No, because Devin Haney is a boring fighter.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they weren't the main event.
Hold on. I was a little upset because he showed all this dope footwork. Remember the video? He's jumping rope and he's looking like Red Astaire on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
But then when the fights, he looked like he had boulders for feet, like cinder blocks.
Marco, you're a fighter. You know what that is. He can do all that shit, but ain't nobody.
But he should be at a level. I know he froze. He's saying
spotlight.
I get it. Alex, you know how it is when the bell rings. It's different than when you're sparring or hitting a bag.
Mm-hmm.
But it shouldn't be that much of a difference, don't you think?
Yeah.
What did Bruce Lee say, Marco?
I just think you look predictable.
What did Bruce Lee say, Marco?
I get you. Be like water. I get you.
Boards don't hit back.
But let me say this.
Boards don't hit back.
Marco, didn't you say during Border Wars that one of those guys who you were in the corner with could hit hard as shit on the pads, but when the fight happened, they weren't hitting shit?
No. Round one threw hard when he threw. He just got gassed out so quickly.
Was he gassing out in camp?
He didn't have a camp. He only sparred once. I mean, it was fucking ridiculous.
Not just spar once. That's not true. Relax.
That's what no. Vega. I'm not trying to. He literally told me that. He told me that in person after the fight. He said he sparred once. Dead ass. I'm not making it up. And ask him. He told me that. He was not joking.
I'm not gonna lie. Those guys kind of made you look bad, Marco, because they were unprepared. I know
What?
they
They
asked you
didn't
to
make me
coach,
look
but
They
bad.
didn't make Marco look bad.
They
Hold
made me
on.
look
They
bad.
didn't make Marco look bad. They made themselves look bad.
The first time I met all of them, like I don't look bad. And guess what? I'm not even if me and Alex were fucking lifelong friends and he lost the fight, I'm not the one in there. Like I'm doing my best and he did his best. As long as you do your best, you don't look bad. But as a trainer, you're not the
Yeah.
fucking fighter. That's ridiculous.
yeah,
And you don't know how it works. Like
yeah.
fighters don't listen to me half the time.
Mm.
You know, or they just take it's I never take it personal, but that's one of the reasons why I don't like being a trainer because I don't like losing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then
Right.
I don't
Do
like
we
not
say
having
do we say that Eddie Futch looked bad when George Foreman beat Joe Frazier around that ring like a dumbbell?
No.
Like a bouncing like a
No,
basketball?
but we
don't
do
say
talk
Eddie Futch
about
looked bad, right?
we do talk about Norman Sr. and him being the coach and talking all of that shit, and now he's got to not talk all of that shit. He said they was gonna
No,
do.
but
But that's
He's
hold
because
still
on.
People
that's
talk.
because of the age. That's only because of the age we live in, bro. That's only because of the age we live in, and everybody has a voice and they talk all the time. That's the only reason why we even know who Brian Norman Sr. is, because he won't shut up.
What's up?
Marco, I literally said this yesterday. I said that can we all agree that Norman Jr. won the first round?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Yeah,
what happened
okay.
in the second round?
He got dropped.
He got
And
dropped.
that's where I feel like he never recovered, like psychologically,
Did you
like
see his
in
face?
this new day and age, he was thinking in his head, I'm about to be a meme. I got dropped by pillow fisted Haney, and he
I
never
don't.
was
You know
able to
what,
get back into the fight.
Alberto?
No, these guys know.
Alberto, I don't. I
These
don't
guys
think it
know.
was pillow fisted Haney. I think he got hit with some shit that knocked his equilibrium all upside down and round and round. That's what I think it was.
He wasn't that hurt in my opinion.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
I'm
like
gonna pull something up. I want to show you guys something, which is what
okay.
I call the oh shit face. And not to be arrogant, but I've seen many guys have that face when I hit them many times.
I think, but at the end of the day, I think fighters know. Obviously the public talk pillow fish shit, but I think fighters know that everybody could get hurt in a fight. All
Exactly.
fighters know that.
Well,
Mhm.
we
But
It
saw
only
anybody
takes
Bruno.
who
8
knows
pounds,
making
bro.
the
It only
excuse,
takes
though.
8 pounds
Okay,
of pressure
let
to
me
knock
ask
someone
you
out.
this. Let me ask everybody here this. Who have anybody seen? Who have you seen walk Devin Haney down? Just walk right through the punch. Who have you seen do that?
Ryan Garcia.
He didn't
Yeah,
do
but he
that.
was.
He did not.
He didn't walk right through Devin's punches. When Devin was punching, he was covering up. What I'm saying is, if Devin couldn't punch and he had pillow fists, everybody would just walk him down and knock him out. How many people have
No,
done that?
no, no, no,
Devin
no, no.
hurt
But
Ryan in that fight. A lot of people forget about that. Devin hurt Ryan with the
Yes.
same left hook
All that
Ryan hurt him
pillow
with.
fist shit, we got to stop doing that, especially when we've never been punched by the guy, so we don't know what he punches like. We got to stop saying
And if
shit
you
that we
remember,
hear other people say.
that was a punch he hurt Norman with. He hit him with a left, hit him with a right, and then dropped him with the left again. 3 punches. Bing, bing, bing. So that left hook does have some pop in it from Devin. But the
Trying to
main thing in
find.
that fight that I keep going over is Norman Sr. never gave Junior any like tools on what he should do as far as tact or technique or skill on when he got hit. When he went back to that
yeah,
ring
man,
in
come
the
on,
second round.
come
No,
on,
listen.
man.
You
I
you
said
can
the
listen.
same thing, Blind Faith. I
Norman
said the
never
same thing.
gave Junior anything on why he got hit. Hey, watch this. He was just like, oh, go for this, do this. It was more like emotional support, more like it wasn't like tactical. He wasn't calming him
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
He didn't really
but
break down why he got hit, and he never really gave him anything to adjust. You
we
are
got
the
to stop
coach.
that. We got to stop that,
Man, I'm
bro.
trying to
Because let
find
me
this.
tell you, you got to
You
go
know
into
how you do that?
context. Because
Do you
but
know
you
how
can
you do that?
only
You do that
hold on. You
because
can hold on.
Go
You can
ahead, Alan.
only speak. You can only speak from this perspective of what we saw. You can in a small glimpse of what's going on in the camp. You can only speak from that small perspective. So you have no idea. We have no idea what was said in that corner. So
No,
we
we
got to
don't.
stop that. We got to
But
We
stop
heard
that.
the
That's
corner.
a different.
We
No,
were
we
here in
only
the
saw.
corner.
so
Yes,
here
but
we
we only.
no.
But you only
here we
What I'm
saw
go.
saying
Here we
is this.
go.
This is what I'm
in a
saying, Alan. Hold on,
in a
Alan.
in a.
Hold on,
Guys,
Alan.
just
Hold on.
watch this for a
Because what I'm
second.
Wait,
saying
let
is
him
this.
finish. Let
All
him
right.
Watch
finish.
this for a
Let him
second.
finish.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Watch
Let
this
Alan.
for a
Alan
second.
finish.
No, go ahead, Marco. Go ahead,
See
Marco.
right there. So now I couldn't get a video of it, but that's the face where I don't think it was I'm embarrassed. It was holy shit. That was look at him. That's the oh
Yeah, because
shit.
Yeah,
he
that
didn't.
hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
He
about.
never
that
That
saw
hurt.
it.
was
Yeah.
embarrassment more than like when you get rocked, you're like, the fuck? But go ahead.
And that's what I'm saying.
No, what
Norman
I was
Sr.
saying
never
is this,
gave
Alan.
him
What I'm trying
any
to say to
advice.
you,
Go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is this: he didn't give him those kind of instructions because just like Brian Norman Jr., Brian Norman Sr. had never been in that situation before, so he didn't know what to say.
How do you
Well,
know
no,
that?
You
The
he
only
man
got
know
had
what to
like
dropped.
say.
20.
He
Brian
got
Norman,
dropped.
The
you
lights
see,
were
You
too
only know
bright.
what
I
to
agree.
say when you've been in that situation as a trainer, and now you have to bring your fighter out of that. That was the first time he'd been in a situation like that.
No, Shelton. He was dropped once before.
Against Boca
Yeah, but he
Chica,
wasn't
but
hurt. He got dropped by
that's
Boca
not a
Chica, but he
Haney
wasn't
level
hurt.
kind of
That's
guy.
He
true. He
wasn't
wasn't
hurt
hurt.
like he was
Yeah, that's
hurt
true.
Saturday night.
And I'll say this, like, as much as I hate the Haneys, that was a step up in competition. Like Santillion's like a B level fighter at best. You know, he's never been in that A class level of guy. So
Well,
as much as I hate the Haneys, they are a level above, you
Well,
know.
but wait, Alberto. No disrespect to the Normans, but we don't know what level Norman's at because that's really the first great fighter he's fought too.
yeah.
We don't know what
Well,
his
we
level
know
is.
they're not on the Haney level though. We know that for sure.
Yeah, that we saw.
Well, before we
That we
write him
know.
off, Marco, we gotta see him
Hey,
against the
that
other
we
A level
know.
fighters. Because what if Norman's able to beat Boots, or what if Norman's able to beat one of the other 147 champs? Then he would
Boots,
be in
bro.
that class, right?
You never know
Yeah.
his
Boots?
fights.
Well, Boots is
They're
Boots,
not
bro.
even in the same fucking weight class.
but
Don't do that.
yeah, exactly. If he beats another one of these guys, anybody in the top 5, then yeah. But for now, but even the
Yeah,
top 5 is so weak right now.
Yeah, like anyone at
and
47 as a champion goes up to 54 could probably lose to anyone in the top 10. Like
sure.
for real.
Do you know
And,
who I think?
and
Do you know who I think the two best fighters are at 47 right now?
Haney
I
and
think one is Devin Haney, and I think the other one is
I
Giasov.
say Rolly.
I say Giasov.
Rolly, man, come on, man.
Who did
Ryan.
he
That's,
say?
I think
Ryan wouldn't fight
Giasov.
Giasov.
Rolly.
I think
I
Giasov
agree.
beats
I
all
agree.
them dudes.
I don't know who the fuck
I agree.
Giasov is.
Wow.
He's the number
Me
one ranked
neither.
contender in the WBA. Number one.
What's his name? What's his full name?
Dang,
I
you
think it's
said,
Sergey.
woo,
What was his last
Giasov is
fight?
his last name. Put
Shelton?
Giasov in there.
Who was
Giasov?
his last fight? Who was his last fight?
He just beat up somebody. He just beat up somebody on a PBC card. I forget who it was. But his
Hold on, let me-
trainer, guess who his trainer is, Marco?
Tell me.
You remember a guy named Butaya? Remember Butaya?
Nope.
The guy Stanionis beat.
He fought Stanionis. Butaya fought Stanionis.
Stanionis beat him. Yeah.
Yeah.
This Giasov guy is not ranked anywhere in the top anywhere. Who the fuck?
Look in the
Oh,
eye.
here he is. Here he is. Here we go.
There
Shakram
he is.
Giasov, number 14.
That guy.
All right,
that
I'm gonna
guy.
look him up. He is. Oh no, shitty knockout percentage, but that's okay. I know you hate that, Alan, but it is. 10 knockouts out of 17 wins, 0 losses. So he's not a hard puncher then? Was he a good boxer? Let's see.
no, he could fight his ass
Excellent
off.
boxer.
Let's see.
Excellent boxer.
Let's see these Russian dirtbags. These crackers. Oh, he wears a.
What's,
Oh no,
so is he he's a 47?
I
Is
think
he a
he's
big
yeah,
47, a
he's a
small
He
47?
looks fucking Muslim.
He's regular size. He's about
Oh, he's
5'8",
stopped.
5'9", something like that.
He stopped Ocampo.
Yeah, he's dropped it.
Okay. Yeah.
That don't mean nothing, Marco.
We haven't heard of Ocampo since he got beat by Earl Spence in like the first round.
Exactly.
You
He
need
got
something.
beat
That was
by
like 5-6 years ago.
I watched him in Carson when he fought Fundora. He got his ass whooped there too.
Ocampo ain't been a name for a long time. I don't really want to
So I'm
discredit
watching
nobody,
this
but
guy. I'm watching this guy Giasov now. He looks good, but nothing spectacular to me. Not yet, at least. I'm watching.
can you share it, Marco? Can you share it on the screen, Marco?
But let me ask you a question, Marco.
I can.
Yeah,
Who
but
at 47 looks spectacular?
that's
Who
what
looks
I was
spectacular
about
at
to say
47?
the same
Who?
thing.
Devin.
The only, no, I mean
Okay, so
the only guys have looked
So
spectacular
he is in
Norman
the.
Jr. and
He's
Haney
right
now.
there in the green waistband.
Say that again, Alan.
I said the
Yeah, I'm
only
up here.
fighters who look spectacular at 47 as of late is Norman Jr. and Haney so far. Those are only two guys that look
Do
spectacular
y'all
at
think Ben
47.
can actually come down to 47 and actually do anything at 47?
All right, so this guy is. It looks
he's
okay,
28 years old and is 13 pounds to lose. Of course he can do it
but look,
if he wants to.
nothing special. This guy's more
He's
of a.
basic.
This guy's more of a boxer. He doesn't really have that European style, that Russian style, but yeah, by basics, a good idea. Not a
He's
lot
the one in the green?
Yeah, green
Yes.
waistband. Yep.
And never trust a Muslim chin, Marco.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, let me do what I need to do with that one.
Oh, that's racist.
He said never trust a Muslim chin.
That's
Who
exactly.
who is the who is the
what he
guy he's
said.
fighting?
that's
Who is the guy he's
racist.
fighting?
Ocampo, who didn't he give Bud a run for his money?
That's Ocampo?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
no.
that's not
Spence.
Ocampo. You're right. That's not Ocampo. My bad. It says it right there. Oh yeah, it's Ocampo. Franco Ocampo. Yeah.
Is that a different Ocampo?
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
it is.
definitely a different Ocampo.
Oh yeah. Okay, that
That
makes
don't
sense.
look like the same Ocampo Spence fought.
All right, I'm gonna stop
That's
this.
not the
Yeah, that's
guy,
a
bro.
different Ocampo.
Yeah, right. Right, Jackie? He's mad racist.
Y'all dudes got these Ocampos mixed up. That's not the one that Spence fought.
I'm
Yeah.
still stuck on the Muslim. What's up with the Muslim chin? Why you can't trust a Muslim chin? What's the difference?
It's like a big button.
Well, we saw what happened with
Didn't
Amir
Shiraz
Khan
just
and
stop Berlanga?
Uh-huh.
So whoever
Yeah,
we
said
don't
man.
know
that,
if he could take a punch either.
that's
I'm
dead,
waiting
bro.
for you to explain to me the difference between the Muslim chin and a non-Muslim chin. What's the difference?
They tend
I
to
mean,
be chinny.
but it depends if they coming off
Wait, what?
fasting.
Wait, what?
Is this
Wait,
before or after fasting?
I mean, I would say just in
he's
general.
saying Muslims are chinny?
That's what he said.
What on what facts did you got that? What are you basing that on, bro?
Just from what I've seen with Amir Khan and even in the UFC, there was a dude, this Indian dude that got
Amir
knocked out in the
Khan?
first round.
Oh my God! This
Bro, you just said Amir Khan, bro.
What's happening?
Who is
America.
that talking?
Okay.
Who's that
Well,
saying that?
Alberto.
Zab
well,
Judah.
well.
Zab
Yo,
Judah.
he's
I'll
gotta
give
be
you
trolling.
another Muslim.
Alberto's trolling,
I'll give
bro.
you
He
another.
can't be
I'll
for
give you
real.
another Muslim.
I'm not
Muhammad
trolling.
Ali was a Muslim and he wasn't chinny.
Zab Judah was chinny.
Matthew
Zab-
Saad Muhammad was a Muslim and he wasn't chinny. Dwight Muhammad Qawi was a Muslim and he wasn't chinny.
A lot of Muslims.
Not at all.
Muslims isn't a race; it's a religion. So like there can be people from all over
Oh,
the
is he?
world.
Oh,
Can be
is
a
he trying
Muslim.
to? Oh, is he trying to say Devin Haney? Because I'm pretty sure Abdullah Mason is Muslim,
Well, I
and
think
he just took hella
Yeah,
shots.
yeah,
I
I'm
think,
Muslim.
I think Alberto is referring to, tell me if I'm wrong, people who are Muslim by genetics, which tend to be
Yeah,
the
people who are from the eastern part of the
He's
U.S.
like talking
the
about
world.
basically
Well, Hamza
Middle East.
So like
Siraj is a
Shiraz,
Muslim and he's not chinny.
Shiraz,
We haven't seen his
Shiraz
chin be
just took
tested.
Berlanga shots. Bro, that's crazy, bro.
And he
For
took
someone to even say
Adama's
something like
shots.
that, bro,
And he took
that's
Adama's
crazy
shots. So he's
statement,
not chinny.
bro. That's a crazy statement, bro.
That is.
No, I mean, no, it's not, man. This is
What?
a little. This channel's a little racist, and it's okay.
I mean, I don't
No,
know.
not this channel. Don't do
No, I
that,
don't
Alan.
care
Not
about the
this channel.
racist shit.
People, you
Everybody
cannot
has a
use
bias.
people
I don't
as
care
a
about the
no. One
racist
person
shit.
doesn't represent all of us, bro.
That's
That's
a fact.
crazy.
I'm
Yeah.
just, I'm,
I don't
I'm
care
Not
about
at
just
the
all, bro.
talking
racist shit.
trash. I'm
Everybody
just
has a
talking.
bias,
Okay,
bro.
hold
I don't
on.
agree with that.
Let
I'm
me
not
ask the
even
question
trolling
to the
that. I
panel.
don't
Hold
even
on.
support none of that kind of talk, bro. That's
Do you know
crazy.
what
Hold
it
on.
is?
Everybody has a
Let me
bias.
ask y'all something. Hold on.
Let me correct
Yeah,
myself
go
when I
ahead.
said that.
Go
The
ahead.
channel isn't a little racist, but we all have a little racist in us.
We don't care about the racist shit. We just care about the stupid shit. That's what we care about.
Hold on.
I
Let me
Yeah.
say
think
this.
right.
Let me
Oh,
say
wait, let
this.
me say that. No, let me get this in right. I think because Amir Khan was chinny, that people think that like Indians or Pakistanis are chinny because
Yeah.
he was like the only big like Pakistani boxer.
Yep.
Okay, Marco.
I mean,
Out of a country,
mean,
Marco, right? Let me say this. Out of a country with billions of people, how come they haven't produced the world champion yet? Y'all answer me that.
Well, first of all, that
Because
wasn't really
boxing is
what they
not
were
their
into.
primary
Yeah.
sport.
Boxing's been
Hold on. What
that
country?
wasn't
Boxing
their.
is not their primary sport. They're in the
Hold
wrestling.
on.
They're not
Hold
in the
on.
boxing.
Hold on. What country are you talking about that has a billion people?
India.
India.
Oh.
hey, don't we do this? Don't we do this? If we see a fighter that's brown, we just assume they fight Mexican style, and
They may
they
not
may
be
be
in
from Cuba.
boxing, but I
They
know in
may be from
MMA
Cuba.
there was some good guys,
No,
and
Yeah, but
in
just
that's
not
a
in
that's
style,
just
India.
No,
crazy.
Alan.
they
You're
have
talking
many.
about a
Hold on,
style
hold
that's
on,
taught
hold
to
on.
Well,
someone.
you can
They
say the
have
same
many
thing for
world
Africa.
champions in
You can
wrestling.
say that.
They have many
Yeah, you
world
can say that.
champions in wrestling from India. Many
And
world champions,
MMA
many Olympic champions.
and Muay Thai, you got
They don't do
K1, you got a
boxing. They
lot
do
of different
wrestling.
sports. But if boxing wasn't prominent
Yeah.
over there, that would tell you a lot. But as countries and places pick up, you had like Africa. Africa wasn't big, but now you see a lot of more Africans coming. I mean, there's been Africans in Nigeria, but now you see a lot more of those coming. Even Asia. Asia has a lot more fighters than they used to in boxing. So it's like you can't use that, bro. You can't even say that. It's that's not even that's not even a thing, bro. It's environmental. Some people grow up playing soccer. Some people grow up playing basketball. Like what you're saying has no effect on what happens inside the ring.
That's a fact.
That's
Eddie Hearn
crazy
has
talk,
an
bro.
Indian.
That's
Eddie Hearn
crazy.
has an Indian signed called Nishant Dev. He's an Olympic gold medalist or silver medalist. He's quite young.
Okay.
Trained by I think he's done training with like K. Karoma and people like that. He trains in America. He looks pretty good.
Hey. Yes, sir.
And there's certain
I
parts
don't
of
know, bro. You
Africa
just gotta
that
be
boxing
careful when you
comes
say
from.
certain. You gotta be
The
careful when you
number
say
one
certain things.
place, the number one place they come from is Ghana. Ghana's produced more world champions than anywhere else in Africa.
I don't know, man. We live in a time of open borders, man. You can't really be. You can be. You don't have to be careful on how you talk, man. I mean, we're a nation of
This
Nigeria.
isn't this
immigrants.
isn't your channel. They're
Everybody's
Oh,
got
yes, you
banning
this.
people.
do.
They're banning, bro.
Oh,
They're
yes, you
banning
do.
people from freedom of speech. This isn't
Fuck
your
around, lose
channel.
your job. You say
You're
the
on
wrong thing, it's the
Marco's
wrong person
channel.
here.
This is how he makes money. This is his dream. If you care about what he wants to do, you're gonna watch your mouth, bro. Period.
Tell
And
You're not
I
you're
mean,
not gonna be on here trying to offend people. You can have your opinion as a man, as a person, as a human, but you still need to be careful and think about what comes out of your mouth before you let it come out of your mouth.
I
Period.
I, I
Facts.
personally, I personally didn't see hear anyone say anything ignorant, but yeah, and perspective, yes, but
There have been
in
people
this
recently
case,
that have
we're
lost
just.
their job
Are
because of
you
shit
are
that
you
they said.
Muslim, Alan? Are you Muslim,
You say
Alan?
what? No, 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 no. I'm not Muslim, but I have respect for all everyone.
No, that's an
But
ignorant.
I'm just saying,
That's an ignorant statement. That's an ignorant
maybe
statement.
someone could take that as just, I don't know. I'm just saying you
That
You
got to
got to
think about it,
remember
bro.
lately,
You just got
in
to
the,
think
in the
about it.
climate we
Everybody.
live
Hold on, guys.
in the climate we live in, people have
Any
lost their jobs for saying shit online. People
saying
have lost their
anything
jobs for saying shit
saying
online.
saying that any one race is anything is ignorant.
you know what
Because
I
Oh,
think is
Muslim's
ignorant.
not a race. Muslim's a
I think
religion.
I
well,
think
he's
this.
not talking about he was talking about like Indians in general. I don't think he was even talking about Muslims.
I mean, I think that is ignorant when we claim
The
that
Indians aren't
fighters are.
Muslim either. They're Sikhs.
Uh,
I
yeah,
I
right.
think it.
Pakistan's. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Very few Indians are even Muslim.
You know, I think it's ignorant when we say fighters are scared to fight somebody. When these are trained machines, these are trained fighters, and we claim that a fighter is scared to fight somebody. You
hmm
kidding me? To me, that's
Uh,
ignorant.
what's up, Anthony? What's up,
I think it
Marco?
happens sometimes. Yeah, you're probably right. A lot of promoters in business, but like, think about, did Oscar Valdez really want to fight Shakur?
But that didn't
Uh,
mean he was
No,
scared. I mean,
Nah.
these listen,
I'm
listen.
then
not
We're
why?
in
saying he's scared,
business.
but you can tell there's a lot of hesitation. Think about this. Why didn't Canelo fight Benavidez, Alan?
because he's
It
scared.
was
He
all
didn't want to lose
no
to him.
business, no business. Make
No,
it
he
worth
didn't
it.
want to lose to that guy. No, 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 no.
No,
So
No, you
Alan,
can't have it
so
both ways.
Alan,
No,
you're saying
Alan, you can't have it both
Made
ways.
more money facing Mungia and Berlanga than he would have made
it
facing
it
Benavidez?
it it, it doesn't matter. If you put $250 million on the table, Canelo's not gonna say no.
Nobody's going to put $250 million
And
on the table. He
Benavidez
knows
is
that.
going to
Well, you don't
bring
know
way
that.
more eyes than the
He
Berlanga
does
or
know that.
Yeah,
Mungia.
yeah,
Right. So,
listen, but we had no idea that one day Bud Crawford would make 80 to $90 million in a fight.
Yeah, we
so then
did.
The
again,
money
Yeah,
on
we
why
the
did.
did Canelo fight? Why did Canelo
Yeah, we
fight
did.
Bud instead of Benavidez?
Because
the
he
money was.
doesn't want to lose to him. He wants to lose to
I don't
anybody but him.
I don't
Because
believe that, man.
Canelo's his own boss. Canelo don't really have to answer to nobody. He can say no and still make Canelo money. So why did he turn down Benavidez if he's going to
Well, no,
make
no, no.
200
Listen,
guaranteed?
listen. Canelo money was not what he made against Bud Crawford, as both of them made the most they ever made in a fight. So
Right.
we got to stop that. They
So
both
do you,
made record amount of
Look,
money in that fight.
what you got to stop, Alan. Let me tell you what you got to stop. You got to stop assuming that human beings don't experience fear. All humans experience fear.
Yep.
Well, having fear and scared to take a fight is totally different. Because when you go in a ring,
Some
you're
people can
gonna
channel their fear. They can
no.
channel their fear, but they
If
all
Canelo
you
have
won't
it.
even say his
Everybody's
name.
afraid of something.
Canelo won't even say
listen,
his name, bro.
Nobody's
if you don't
superhuman. I'm not afraid. That's bullshit.
if you don't have a little fear before you fight, then you can probably lose. You got to have respect for the sport. That
My point
fear
Right.
exactly,
also bring,
bro. My
but
point exactly.
that's different from being scared to make a fight. The
Right.
fear is the fact that You can go into a fight and anybody can get killed. So you got to have that thought in
You
your head.
heard the little bad man contradict your statement entirely. The little bad guy, the toughest guy from Baltimore, said, "I'm afraid to lose because I don't want to become a meme." Those were his words, not mine.
Well, you can Google fear and scared. Totally different things.
You're using semantics, but we're not gonna go back and forth.
Yeah, back to boxing,
I
man.
hear
This ain't
I get
psychology.
what you're saying, Alan, because yes, they're fighters and all of that. But when it comes down to it, Canelo's already lost. Benavidez is one of the biggest names. What would keep Canelo from fighting Benavidez?
At the time, he
It's not the
wasn't one of
size
the
because he's
biggest
already
names.
fought Bivol. So
At the
no, I'm
time, he was
saying
not
now.
one of the biggest
I'm
names.
saying no, I'm saying now. The fight's still
Now,
there.
no, the fight is not there because this dude is
He
on
was
his
the
way to
biggest name at
cruiserweight.
168. He was the
Because
biggest name at 168, and Canelo had all the
Canelo
belts at
said he'd go up
168.
and fight
So it
Bivol
was a
at
natural idea
165.
to fight the
I mean
guy at
175.
168. He didn't want to fight that guy because he didn't want to lose to that guy.
Right.
Dude,
That's
so
it.
if that's the case, it's people on this channel was arguing at the fact of Bud fighting the top name at 160, saying it's not a big fight. So it don't matter if you the name at the actual weight class. That doesn't mean you're a big name at the time. David Benavidez at the time was not a big name. So it is what it is.
He was the biggest
Respect.
name at 168. If you have all the titles at a certain weight class, I believe, now this is just my personal belief, as the champion, the undisputed champion of that weight class, you're obligated to fight the number one guy in that weight class if you have
No,
all
you're
the
not.
belts.
No, you're not.
And
Because once
Benavidez,
you
remember,
Obviously,
Benavidez was the mandatory. Hold on,
obviously.
Benavidez was the mandatory for 2 years. Forget the
there's no
paycheck. You were
dude,
the champ.
there's no obligation because if you look in boxing history, it's almost rare that undisputed fighters defended undisputed status. So it's kind of rare.
Well, because they're always snatching belts, too.
Yeah, they
My
just
Like,
favorite
as
fighter
soon as
defended.
Usyk got the
My
belt,
favorite
they
fighter
snatched his
defended it
belt the
every
next
time he
day.
defended his title. So I don't know what you're
who
talking
was your
about.
Crawford
favorite
became
fighter?
undisputed. They snatched his belt the next day.
Muhammad
So it's like it's
Ali.
hard to keep those belts.
Muhammad Ali defended the undisputed title every time he defended the title.
I mean, do we think Tank ducked Shakur?
Uh,
Of course he did.
I don't know, maybe.
Of course he
but
did. He could have
that
fought
doesn't mean he was
Shakur
scared.
instead of Pitbull. He could have fought Shakur instead of Roach.
I
That doesn't
understand what
mean
you're
he was
saying,
He
scared.
Alan,
could
but
have fought
I'm
Shakur
just saying,
instead of Garcia.
okay. Maybe they're not scared, but there's definitely a reason why some fighters, not the business, not the promoters, not the networks, the fighters themselves decide, I'm not fighting this guy.
Yeah, because I mean, well, you gotta always remember that a lot of fighters, some fighters, they brand themselves on that zero. And Tank, he came from the cloth of Mayweather, who branded himself as being an undefeated fighter, and people ran with the fact that he was the GOAT because he was undefeated, which in fact it was wrong, but it was a branding technique. So it is
Mhm.
what it
None of
is.
that changes the fact that he ducked the man. None of that you're saying changes the fact that he ducked the dude.
But yeah, but ducking and being scared is different.
Yeah.
Okay, so we call it duck. It's not scary, but you're ducking.
I
Regardless,
don't
you're
use
ducking.
duck. I don't use duck language either, but it is what it is.
Well, I don't know. Okay, well, whatever word you want to say, Canelo, whatever word you want to use from Benavidez, that word, whatever word you want to use, that's the word that he did.
No,
Because
we'll just
he
say he
sure ain't
avoided
facing
him.
he sure
We'll
ain't
just say he
facing that
avoided
man.
him.
I
Hey,
mean,
yo,
listen, man,
Marco.
Canelo was the money guy for such a long time. When you get to that point, you don't owe anyone anything. And that's kind
Do
of
you
how I look
remember?
at it.
Do you remember Canelo getting in the ring and putting on the crown and go, "No one can beat this Canelo. I'm the shit." Da 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 cabrón, da 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 da. And then Benavidez was right there, was like, "I'll take that." And then he was like,
See, that's the thing I don't like right there. I don't like when you want to hold one fighter to what he says, but not hold the other fighter to what he said. Canelo said, nobody can beat me. Well, this guy says he can. He's in your weight class.
and he's your
But you'd rather
mandatory for
fight a
2
dude
years.
coming up 3 weight classes. You'd rather fight a dude coming up 3 weight classes than fight the dude that's right in front of you.
Canelo's done.
So how can you sit here and say you're the best?
Canelo just got washed off a 38-year-old welterweight man. He's finished.
Say that one more
Can
time.
Listen,
I
dude.
say something real quick?
Go ahead.
So can we all agree that the Haney Norman fight was like the worst fight of the whole card?
No,
After Haney
No,
got that
No,
second round
no,
nope,
knockdown,
no,
he
nope.
coasted.
no,
Hold
nope.
on, let me finish
no.
my statement. After he got that second round knockdown, he coasted to an easy decision. He clinched like 80% of the fight. In round 7, he landed 3 total punches, and in round 11, he landed a total of 4 total punches. So that just kind of
No,
tells you the state of boxing that we're in when we have these
I,
I
Haniacs praising that.
no, I would argue
I
that
actually
No,
think he had the
because
best
even though
performance.
most of the
even
clinches
though
were initiated by Norman. If you watch the fight, most of the clinching
even
was
though
This
initiated
is
by
true.
Norman.
How many punches did Norman land? You're saying how many punches Haney landed? How many punches did Norman land?
He landed
Mm.
less.
None.
He
Well, we're
landed like
talking about
50.
Nada.
throwing. We're talking about throwing. So Norman threw Haney, but obviously landed less.
I was landing nothing.
I
I
would
got
say
Compy
this.
Box right in front of me.
Yeah, it was
I would say no,
Haney.
I would say that Bam. I believe Bam was the fighter of the night, but I believe that he had the worst fight of the night, especially coming from the Mason fight.
It was
Going from
boring.
Mason to that fight, you can say that was the weakest fight of the night.
It
Okay,
was
so I
Wait,
got it
y'all
right
thought that was
here.
boring?
Norman
Yeah,
Jr.
yeah.
yeah. I
landed
thought that was
59
boring
total punches,
Why did
and
y'all think
Haney
the Bam
landed
fight was
70.
boring?
because
Uh,
to me it came right
kind of
after
was.
the
Because he already knew the
Notes
outcome.
Mason.
Because he already
Yeah,
knew the
and
outcome.
yeah, that came straight after the Mason Notes. And you know
Yo,
how it is. You come from that high and all the way to that immediate low. That's pretty bad, man.
Bam put on a masterclass and knocked the dude out. Like, what was boring?
Bam just
The
kind of bores me,
levels
man. I don't know.
Did
what?
did Bam do anything? Did Bam do
Y'all
So
anything
was
you
it
doing
haven't
boring
crazy,
seen
because
man.
him do
the
That's
before?
other guy
wild.
didn't do it? Wait, can I ask a question? So was it boring because Bam was so dominating? Like, is that why people say fights are done?
No,
Yes.
because
Because they say
Bam.
that about
Yes.
Shakur because
Yes.
he had no
It was boring
opposition.
because he was
Like,
so
it was a
goddamn
masterclass,
dominant.
and he
Yes.
beat the dude up. Not only was it a masterclass, he was beating the dude up the whole time. He was hurting him the whole fight, and then he knocked him out.
Still
Like,
That
first of
was
boring.
all, so what
poetry
Still
in
was?
boring.
motion.
Still
No
So it
one
boring.
was boring
remembers.
basically
Man,
because
y'all
he was
dudes
so
are
good.
haters, man.
Dude, nobody will ever remember that fight.
You
What?
ain't
Nobody
Hey,
will
ain't
ever
no
tripping,
care
shame with
about
hitting
man.
no
this
Haney.
stuff.
Hey,
Nobody
Alberto,
will
ain't no
ever
shame with hitting
remember.
no Haney.
Wow.
Hmm?
Oh, thank you. No one will remember that Bam fight. I don't even
Good
remember the
dude.
guy name who he fought.
Man, you a
Nobody
straight
cares.
Umar.
hater.
Nobody, honestly,
Wow.
except for us, nobody really gives a shit about dudes that weigh 115 pounds. Except for us.
Yep.
Nobody
I
cares.
don't.
That's surprised. I'm surprised.
You can include me in that because I don't give a fuck about nobody 115 either. Bitch, they only I barely even add them in my pound for pound list.
Then why
I
do y'all
bet
give
I
a fuck
barely
about dudes that are 22, 122? That's
I
like only
don't I
7 pounds
don't
off.
I don't care about
We don't
them
give a
either.
fuck about them either.
I
Man, I
watched all
heard y'all
those weight
cap on here
classes.
for Bruce Carrington before, so keep that same energy.
Huh?
That's 126,
Dude.
bro. It's not 122.
Oh,
Kill
that
little
was
Watched
guys.
22.
Kill
Anui
little guys.
versus Tension. Anui's little
They not
brother
time. They
versus
not
Oh,
Tension.
12-year-old
Stephen
boys.
Fulton.
If
Stephen
you weigh
Fulton, my
112,
bad.
when the last time you weighed 112 pounds?
When I was like
Oh, that's
He
crazy.
9.
probably never weighed that.
I think the smaller
I don't
fighters are
watch that
better
shit.
because they're small. Like they
Bam would
can.
knock your ass out, bro. How about that? Small ass
I
man.
don't give
That
a fuck
Bam
what
would
he would
knock
do.
your
I don't
ass
still
out.
don't. It's not gonna
And
make
you
me
a
watch
grown
his
ass
ass.
man.
That's not gonna make
What?
me watch his ass. None of
But I'm
that
saying, you
shit
saying he
you
a little
talking is
boy.
gonna make me watch his ass. I give a
That's
fuck about
crazy. He's a
that.
little boy, but he weighs less, but he would. All right, bro. Never mind. Y'all got it
I
today,
don't
bro.
give
Yeah,
a
y'all
fuck
Never mind.
about Bam.
Bam might
Y'all
be.
got it today,
I
bro.
Bam might
think
be
Y'all
that
the
the
on some
best.
other
smaller
shit,
weight
bro.
classes are
Bam.
better. I prefer the smaller weight classes in boxing to watch. I
Shelton
think the
playing
guys
my
are
usual role
faster.
today,
Yes.
demanding consistency. Yan got his perm done, and Allen already chopped his cap and gown. Copped his cap and gown. Set to graduate. CJ Rich.
Ain't nothing
Yeah,
but an
well.
old nigga hating.
Oh
But
shit.
nah, the
Nah,
most
yeah,
skilled
maybe
fighters
so.
are in the small
Maybe.
weight
Hey,
classes.
look, but look, that you like the smaller weight classes. That's your prerogative. Me, I don't watch that shit. If it's under 126, I don't watch it. Don't care nothing about it.
So
No,
you
that's
genuinely
wild.
don't care about Anui then at all?
Amen.
I don't give a fuck about him.
That's crazy,
Nobody
man.
heard that yesterday, man.
Okay, so when the NOA fights come up and all of that, like you're not gonna be saying shit, right?
I'm not staying up to 4 o'clock to watch no motherfucker fight. I don't give a
That's a
fuck who it
fact.
is.
That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie.
I do that every weekend as a UK boxing fan.
I told you, Chris, I get every light skin do everything.
I can't do that. I'm sleeping at 4 in the morning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I don't know. Bam just kind of. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. He's a great fighter. I'm not saying he's not good. It just doesn't do it for me. Just like Hopkins didn't do it for me, or Ward.
And that's the
Well,
whole point, Marco. I'm not saying any of that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's
I
not
get
great.
that.
I'm not saying he's not on pound for pound. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying I don't watch him.
yeah.
And I don't
Me
care
too.
who he fights. Unless
So
he's
what's the
fighting
lowest
somebody I
weight?
want to see him
So
fight.
what weight classes do you start at? Since you don't watch small guys, what do you?
126. 126.
You just said you don't.
126.
You just said you don't. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Back out.
I said 126 and above. You weren't listening.
Aha. Fun Truck. Roy Jones doesn't do it for. Shut up, Fun Truck. Stop. Roy Jones does it for everybody. There is nobody who could ever call Roy Jones boring. Nobody. Ever. You could say
Roy Jones was like the Showtime Lakers. Motherfuckers rushed home to see what he was going to do.
Yeah. And you were captivated. Like, oh, like did shit you've never seen before. Never. That's just what he was. But, what are you going to do? Hey, Yayan. She says hi. Oval Wow. And what's he doing?
The only fight from the weekend that anybody will remember is the Mason versus Noakes fight. That was a proper scrap.
Yeah, that was a great fight, bro. That was a great fight.
Thing is, like,
That's
neither
insane,
of them,
though.
like, the thing that surprised me with Mason is I actually thought that he was going to struggle in the championship rounds because he'd never done 12, but he looked better in like 10 and 11. I thought like he was digging to the body well. Like, I think I gave the 12th round to Sam Noakes, but I was surprised with how fit Mason actually was for never having been 12 before. And then
Right.
going in with someone that is actually conditioned like that and doing the 12, so fair
Did
play.
Sam Noakes make himself a player at 135?
Big time, man. He was a player.
Absolutely.
He showed he had an elite level chin and elite level engine. Like, he didn't give up at any point. He stuck on Mason. He was countering Mason as well. It was back and forward, man. Like, Noakes didn't ever look out of the fight at all. He made a good account of himself. I feel like Mason just edged that fight.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's the question: If you're the promoter for Sam Noakes, who's next?
Kid Austin.
Hard to tell.
Kid Austin, I think, would be a good fight to do.
If I'm
you
Sam
go.
Noakes,
Like,
I like
if
the
I'm
way you
Sam
think.
Noakes, I get
like
at
the
Kid
way
Austin
you
before
think.
Abdullah Mason. I wipe out Kid Austin, and then I keep me and Mason's name as the top prospects. So if I'm Noakes, I wipe out Austin. I get his name out of there.
Now, from what you guys have seen, from what everybody on the panel has seen, who
But I
wins
think
that
Mason
fight?
and Noakes fights. I think Mason and Noakes are going to wind up fighting like 3 times. I think they're going to be linked in their career. I could see them fighting like two more times. That was such
Everybody
a
on the
great fight.
panel. Everybody on the panel. Noakes versus Austin. Who wins that fight?
Noakes smokes him, I think, man. I think he's got too much heart and grit. Like, Schofield hasn't showed any bitch in him in the ring, but he's definitely shown bitch in him outside of the ring, in my opinion, with pulling out of fights and stuff like that. And I just think Sam Noakes is more mentally tough, in my opinion.
Really?
I think so. I think, like, even when, like, Abdullah Mason, I think's a bigger puncher than Floyd Schofield, and he kept walking forward when he was getting hit with bombs. Like, I think he would take Schofield's power.
Maybe.
Marco?
I
What do you
don't
think,
rate
Marco?
Schofield that highly.
Say again?
Who wins that fight, Marco?
Say that again? I can't hear you.
Who wins that fight? Noakes versus Schofield. Who wins?
I think Schofield's probably going to be too fast for him. I do. I know. Yeah, I do. Because Noakes has problem with speed. I don't know if Schofield would sit in the pocket with him either. He'd leap in, hit him, stay around him. Mason stood in the pocket. So I think Schofield might make it more difficult by not planting himself in Noakes' wheelhouse.
So what, you think he'll fight more like a Sean Porter and kind of like that?
No, Sean will just maul you. No. Kid Austin can.
When have you ever seen Schofield fight from the outside, Marco?
Not on the outside, but he leaps in quickly and then jumps back out.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I think he'll stay out of the phone booth, or at least not for too long. Not for too long. He's not a slick boxer on his back foot, but he.
So you mean you think he'll have to basically athletic, out athletic Noakes?
And he'll avoid that phone booth like he just got a brand new cell phone. Just being there enough, but then avoid the phone booth.
I saw Schofield in his first 12-round fight on his belly, dog tired. I saw that. That was 3 fights ago.
Dropped off a Mexican. A wee Mexican guy dropped him.
Yeah. I think Sam Noakes breaks him. I think he breaks that dude.
Okay.
The pressure he was putting on Mason Saturday night, he would have broke Schofield. He'd have broke him.
I think Noakes versus Pater. I think Noakes versus Pater would be a hell of a fight.
Noakes versus Zepeda's a war.
Yeah, I think that would be a hell of a fight. From what I just saw from Noakes, I think him and Zepeda would be a war. But what does Mason do? I said yesterday I think Mason should go for De Los Santos.
I think Mason should maybe wait and try and get the winner of Andy Cruz versus Murataya. Unify that.
They were talking about that too. They were actually when the Mason Noakes fight was happening, the commentators were mentioning that there's a good chance that Mason fights the winner of that fight.
Well, do you know why I think it makes sense? Is because I think Andy Cruz will probably beat Raymond Murataya in all honesty, and he's pretty inexperienced as a pro. He'll only have 7 fights, and he'll be holding a belt. So, out of all the champions, it's probably the best one to unify if you're Mason.
How do you think that fight goes? That's kind of dangerous. That's kind of a dangerous fight.
Cruz is a good boxer on that, but he did get kind of clipped and buckled in one of his fights recently, so he's shown that he isn't unbeatable, but he is a really top level boxer. I think Mason would struggle, but out of the champions, I think that would probably be the best unification for him. I think.
If Mason fights like a Cruz, that Cruz Muratalla, and then he fights like a De Los Santos, he could really become the face of 35, for real. He kind of already is, but he could really that kid. His trajectory, he's so young. He could really become one of the faces of boxing.
Shakur should maybe fight him in a few years' time. That'd be a good fight. Maybe the end of next year or something like that.
If Shakur beats Tio, do y'all think Shakur comes back down to 35?
I think so. He doesn't. He's not going to be very big for a 140-pounder, is he? I think he's only going up to 140 for Tio specifically, because he knows he can beat him. It depends how he feels, but because there's not really a lot going on at 135, so even though he'll be a small 140, he might just decide to stay at 140 if there's bigger fights there.
Shakur versus Dula is probably the biggest fight at 35. Outside of Tank, because you can't count on
but Tank's never happening. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't count on Tank. He's like Fury. He doesn't exist right now.
Realistically, would you think Shakur would be able to beat guys like Gary Antoine Russell at 140?
I do. I think he has the skills to.
I think he's got the skills, but I don't know if he's got the physicality to beat somebody like that.
I, Shakur has the ability to slow a fight down like Floyd. I don't. He just has that ability to slow and kind of like know a person's whatever their best attributes is. He like strips it away, and then the fight's boring. He just does what they just do what he wants them to do. I don't really know how he does it, but he controls the pace, and then they don't swing like they used or usually do. He just Zepeda was swinging a lot, but like even I don't know. I don't really see anyone at 40 or 35 that can beat Shakur. That's just my opinion.
Shakur would beat that Richardson Hitchens. He'd beat him. He'd unify with him. That'd be quite an easy style, I think, for Shakur to beat as well.
Hitchens keeps talking about 47, and they say Hitchens is actually bigger than Devin Haney. I don't know if that's true, but I just heard that.
Nah, I don't know. They're not about the same height, but Hitchens looks quite skinny, I think. Well, when he's in the
Yeah,
ring anyway, he might walk about bigger.
yeah. I don't know. I know Mason's a big kid. I've seen pictures of him and Shakur sparring, and Mason looked way bigger than Shakur, way bigger, like Keyshawn size.
That's what I
I
mean,
think
like
that.
Shakur's not that, he's not that big, he's not even that big for a lightweight either. Like Zepeda was bigger than him when they fought a lightweight.
Mm, mm.
He's not massive, man. I don't even think he could fill out to 147 Shakur, and if he did, he'd be really small, I think. Not on like
I
5'7"
mean,
or something like that.
but Floyd did it. Pacquiao did it. If you good and you know how to. Some
No,
people
but
feel like they're better. Tank seems to do better against bigger fighters.
well, Pacquiao's like a rare case. He went from minimum weight to like light middleweight, but I think Floyd started his career at 130 or something, didn't he? He went up to 147. I feel like
Yeah,
Floyd,
well,
I think, I don't know, how tall's Floyd? 5'8" or something like that?
Floyd fought at 54.
But I know, but I don't think he ever actually fought any proper 154 pounders. It was like people that had finished their career that had started at like lightweight and stuff. He was
Yeah,
fighting at 154.
yeah. He was selecting his fighters. Are we the only ones on here? What happened?
I'm not even sure what's happened, mate. But I think Shakur will beat Theo pretty comfortably, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think T.O. has. I don't know. I think maybe for the first 4 rounds it could be interesting, but I think Shakur just figures him out. And I've
Uh,
seen T.O. T.O. seems to get. He tends to do what Tank. I've seen them get frustrated in the ring. I've seen them get frustrated in the ring. Like when stuff gets hard and get difficult. I've seen it happen and them get discouraged. I've never seen nothing like that with Shakur. Shakur's beating people with broken hands, even though they said it was boring. So I don't. There's like no quitting Shakur, and I don't know if T.O. has that. If T.O. think he has the advantage because he's bigger, and once he feels like if Shakur can take away like what T.O. does best, I don't. T.O. again is not a person who makes a bunch of adjustments. He just gets like more flashy and tries stuff, but like it doesn't necessarily work all the time, especially with someone like Shakur's skills.
Theo's not even that big himself, is he? I don't. He probably couldn't go up much higher than 140, to be honest. I couldn't even see him fighting at 147. He probably has hit his max weight, like 140.
Well, his,
So it's,
his power still hasn't shined like it was at 35
nah, man, he's had one
because
knockout in like 6 fights at 140 or something like that.
right, he never hurt Barbosa like once.
He didn't even hurt Josh Taylor, and that was like a washed up version of Josh Taylor he fought, and he couldn't even get rid of him. Well, he looked dead on his feet after like 4 rounds, and then the other 2 fights I feel like he lost against Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz,
Yep.
140.
Yeah, I don't know. That Ortiz fight was kind of. I don't know. I don't know. That was close.
It was a shit fight. I mean, it was absolutely terrible to watch, but I just feel like Teofimo genuinely didn't land a punch. I know people say Ortiz was running and whatever, but Teofimo still could have just cut the ring off and trapped him in a corner or pinned him against the ropes, but he didn't. He couldn't.
Yeah, I feel like they should have ran that back. I mean, Ortiz didn't really do anything. I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know. I guess it depends on like what you like in that fight.
What I
That was
miss?
kind of a hard fight because
What I
if
miss?
you're the champ, Ortiz has to do something to actually beat Tio. And I don't really know if he like actually did anything to really take the belt. I could see like a draw either way.
Nah, I know what you mean. But it still wasn't a good performance from Tio either way.
Which one?
Marco, how do you think the Tio Shakur thing goes? How do you think it plays out?
Man, I don't know. I'm worried Tio might be less aggressive and go on his defensive shit, and we're looking at a total NyQuil fest. That's what I'm worried about. I'm really worried about that. Shut up, Yayan. How about 50-50? I beat your ass when I see you.
Who do you give the advantage to?
Offensively, Tio. Defensively, Shakur. 50-50. Yayan, this for you. Nah, I don't know. Tio seems to be able to get off his game plan more easily, which makes me think Shakur might be able to frustrate him, therefore beat him.
Yes.
But if Tio's in and out with that speed, because let's not forget, they're going to fight at a lower weight where Tio's still powerful. Right? 35 they'll fight at, I believe.
No,
Nah,
40.
that's what we're talking about.
40.
But we don't even think Tio's got power at 140.
Well, I think he might still have some power left, personally. I do. But you could be right. We got to wait and see. But he has explosiveness. Is that the word? Speed, explosiveness. Very, very, very good athleticism. But is that enough to win? Because you don't beat what you can't hit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And is Shakur's quick twitch reflex muscles as fast or faster than Tio's? Who's going to get there first? We saw yesterday or Saturday that Devin's quick twitch was way quicker than Norman's. We saw when Devin fought Ryan. Ryan's was way quicker than Devin's, Austrian or not, right? I don't know. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Accurate and boring. That's right, Jackie. She knows.
I think Austrian definitely helped Ryan Garcia. You saw that in the Rolly fight.
No, you didn't. See? No, that's not true. Ryan, first off, Hayes, Ryan didn't throw any punches. Almost none. I've never seen him not throw punches. Even against Tank, he was trying. So that's for starters. Secondly, there's a clear video of Ryan with two huge fucking 30 stitches going down both sides of his hands. He did have a hand injury, and that video proved it to me that it wasn't just lying. So I don't think we saw.
Did he have a rib injury too, Marco, in that one, or was it just the Tank fight?
I think the Tank fight was rib injury, but again, that I don't really believe because he was trying his hardest. Just when he got hit, he went down. So that could be a bullshit excuse, or it could have just been coincidence. But the Rolly fight, like if I've seen Ryan not even try, then I'd say okay.
What hand was hurt?
I don't remember which hand.
Both, I think.
That
right?
matters.
Oh,
but
it was his right actually. So it was left.
His
And
right.
I know where you're going with this, Rob. Is it Rob? No, just R. Hayes. I know where you're going with this. And yeah, why didn't he throw any left hooks? I don't know.
I thought he hurt both. I thought his right hand was injured and he hurt his left hand in the fight.
He might have hurt both, but only one needed surgery going into the fight. So like he was fighting on an injury. So that's why I think he looks so shitty.
Nah, see what I think. Seeing the build up to the Haney fight, like Ryan was doing all this like snarling at Haney, like he was like a rabid dog and all this, and he was acting like mega aggressive and stuff. I've never seen Ryan act like that before.
Well, he was going through a mental breakdown, or could look Austrian, from what I understand, lets you lose weight but retain muscle. So by definition, you're not gaining a competitive advantage in terms of you're not getting faster or stronger. But what you're doing is you're not coming in on an even playing field with your opponent who is drained to fuck from them trying to cut weight, while you aren't drained from trying to cut weight because your muscle is still there. So that's how it's a performance enhancing or a competitive edge. But it shouldn't have made Ryan faster or stronger with his punches. That's what most people say. But I've heard other people say, no, it does all that. So I don't know.
So what, does it like help you keep your stamina longer, basically?
No. It'll just, you keep muscle. It's used for people with cancer.
like when we watched the fight, Devin, I mean not Devin, Ryan only landed the punch, and I think that's why he looked so good because he kept landing the same punch over and over.
Thing is as well, Ryan came in at 143, Devin came in at 140 on the head, so he had to cut an extra 3 pounds as well. As
Yeah,
having
and if you remember seeing him, he looked like a skeleton on that scale too.
yeah, that would matter as well for your speed and power and your reflexes and your reaction time and stuff. So
Yeah, and your
I,
brain
I
can't take punches like it normally would if it's depleted of water.
exactly.
me personally, just like how Brian Norman he had got hit with that shot in the second round and he didn't look the same. I think it was the same with Devin when he got rocked in that first round. It just took him out the fight.
Honestly, I think that's because I feel like Brian Norman never saw the punch, and I said this earlier. I feel like Norman Senior never gave Junior any like insight on what happened and how to make sure it doesn't happen again. And
Yeah.
so every time Norman would want to throw, he's like, "Yeah, but what happened and how did I get caught?" So that's like in your head because it's not like Devin was he dipped off to the side and Norman swung and then he caught him off balance. No, Devin just caught him with a shot he didn't see when he was standing in front of him.
Yep.
So if you think about someone standing in front of you and you get hit with 3 shots and you didn't see it, you're almost nervous to throw next time. You're nervous to commit. So now Devin doesn't have to do as much. Now he can just breathe and feint you and feint you and feint you and jab, stab, feint you and move. And now he's going to reset Norman. And Norman's got to constantly think, what the hell did I get hit with? And his dad never gave him any insight on what to do next or how to make sure it doesn't happen. So he's out there trying to figure it out, knowing that Devin already hurt him.
And I've been saying this too. I noticed like with these small town fighters, dudes like
Huh?
that, when you get to a certain level, I think you're supposed to invest in certain things like better trainers
We'll
or
see if she
because
calls
you
back.
see Devin, he been
Love
in the
you too.
Mayweather gym since he was a child. So it's like, you
Hmm.
know,
You know, it's crazy because Norman Sr. said they brought in 14 sparring partners. That was real weird for me to hear. And they said the Haneys tried to steal 2 of them. That was just weird. Like, if y'all had, why do you need 14 sparring partners? And y'all didn't learn nothing. Did you have 14 punches? Like, what?
they didn't
I don't
have nobody
understand
on
it.
Devin's level. That's all that means to me.
And then it's almost
Or
like, so you got 14 guys and none of them hurt Norman to where he had to adjust. Like, what did y'all practice on then? I don't get that.
I've been saying this for months. He never had a chance to beat Devin, in my opinion.
I mean, you were right. It's not your opinion. You were right. It turns out.
I mean,
So,
and I'm usually right about most things, but
oh,
that's
gotcha.
that's a different story for
Go
another
ahead,
day.
Flex, young. Go ahead, Flex.
See something I noticed. I thought that Brian Norman looked tiny for a welterweight, like really, really small. And seeing the build up to the fight, I heard Norman Senior saying like, "Oh, we fight about our natural weight. We only come in about 150 to 155." And I think like Devin took big advantage of that because he did look fucking tiny in there. It was like man versus boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Devin usually, I think he didn't have to rehydrate as much because he didn't have to suck down as much. Devin looked at like probably like 160 in there, in my opinion.
And see all this about Brian Norman
Yeah.
having a 1 inch reach advantage. We can forget about that because Devin clearly had the bigger reach. Clearly.
Yeah. I don't know what's next for Norman, but I think he could be any other person at 47.
I think
I don't know
Stanley
if it could
Onis
be
is a
other
good
people at
fight.
147.
Stanley Onis, Rocha. I mean, he's got a lot of big fights, but he
If I
needs
was
to.
him, I would go after
He
Rolly.
he's got to pick the right fight. If I was Norman, I would stay away from Rolly right now. Rolly
Yeah,
has Silas. Rolly has Silas, and Rolly can punch. And Rolly's not going to be scared to trade with Norman. That's a
that's true,
dangerous fight.
but it depends on who land the bigger shot, and I think Norman land that bigger shot, he'll hurt. We seen Rolly hurt before, so who knows.
We
Think
just
about this,
seen
young
we
man.
just
If
seen
Rolly knocks out Brian Norman, Norman's career is over.
Yeah, for
we just,
sure, for
we
sure.
just seen Norman get hurt off Devin Haney. Like Rolly could definitely hurt Norman. If Devin Haney's
I think
hurting him.
that's true, but it's a skill gap for sure. Just like him and Devin was.
If I was
Rolly's
the
got those
Normans,
weird
I would pick
punches, but
some. Go ahead, my bad.
no, I was just saying Rolly's got those awkward punches. Like it's hard to read what he's going to do.
Yeah. I
Ooh,
think the
I mean,
Normans need to start like choosing their next fight. I think they need to like, okay, you've already got some of the hype. You lost a little bit. Okay, start picking some fighters that's a little bit below you or around you that give you different looks to where you can learn. He needs to be in there more to where with different styles and spar different guys and maybe add one more coach or another set of eyes to his camp because his dad used to fight, but he's never been at that elite level. So you just seen, okay, Norman doesn't know what to do with his son, so they need someone else who can bring him further. Okay, yeah, his
yeah,
dad got him here, but they need someone that can. I mean, like you said, I mean, he's had the Mayweathers, Mikey Bay, and like all of these Zab
Freddie
Judah.
Roach.
You need trainers. Brian Norman's never seen nothing close to that, so he needs someone else in his camp that's a real teacher.
Yeah, man, it's something about them Georgia fighters, man. They just never do it for me. But yeah, I don't know what's next for Dev. If I was Dev, I'd just move up. Ain't no point in being at 47 in my opinion. Ain't no other big fights except for Ryan, and I think Ryan gonna lose.
You think Ryan's gonna lose to Barrios?
Yeah, I don't unless he catch him with that left hook. I don't see him beating him at all. I could be wrong though, but with Barrios, he likes to fight, and like even though he's a good boxer, he likes to engage, and which I don't think that's the smartest thing to do. But
Is Barrios still with Virgil Hunter? Does anyone know?
I'm not sure. But I got Barrios still right now.
Marco, what you think? Barrios or Ryan Garcia? Who wins?
That's a great question.
I think Barrios wins.
If Ryan's 100%, I'll go with Ryan. Who's that, Mo?
Yeah.
You said you
Yeah,
got Barrios?
I got Ryan if he's 100%.
Ryan by decision? Man,
I didn't say
stop it.
decision. I just said
No,
Ryan.
no. Somebody else said that. That's
think
I
it's-
think
ridiculous.
I think Ryan sleeps Barrios. I think, like you said, Ryan
That's
Barrios.
his best way.
He can box, but when he gets a little rattled and frustrated, and he feels like he's got to fight, he will step to you. And I
But
think
he didn't
that's the
step to
worst thing he
Pacquiao.
can do with Ryan. I think, yeah, because he was
Yeah,
like
that's
gun
wild.
shy.
Yeah,
He was
I
gun
think
shy.
he
And
had too much
and he
respect for
said that
Pac.
was like his idol. He was like, "Oh, I don't really want to hurt him," and I don't like, nah, like, bro, okay, idols turn to rivals. You go in there and you beat that dude, and now he's on your. But anyways, I think he just gave Pacquiao too much respect. But I don't think he'll do that with Ryan.
Yeah,
And
He
I
drew with a journeyman
I
before
don't.
that. He drew with Abel
I don't know. I
Ramos.
mean, he gave
yeah, I
Pacquiao
remember that fight.
respect, but like,
I thought he still won.
how
In
many
my
of you
opinion.
in the panel? How many of you guys have actually sparred? I know Mo hasn't. Yeah, and you haven't,
Me,
right?
me,
You have, but have you sparred like not your like boys in the backyard, like got in a
Oh
gym?
hell no.
No,
yeah,
Real
yeah,
gym, real gym.
I've
Shit.
yes,
I've sparred
both of you
pros.
have.
I've sparred against
yes,
Scottish
Marco.
champions.
Okay, good. So you guys know. So
No, I
here's
ain't
what I'm
sparring no
saying.
champions.
Once you get in there, you give a little respect. Like let's say you're in there when you're a beginner and you're fighting somebody way more experienced, and you give a little respect. But after
Right.
3 or 4 rounds, when you see, and a lot of you probably didn't spar more than four rounds because I'm not trying to like shit on you. That's more than 4 rounds is usually what pros do because it wears out people. But once you're in there a little bit and then you see, oh, I know what I'm dealing with. You put your foot on the gas. It's
Hmm.
just normal. Why didn't Barrios at all put his foot on the gas after 12 rounds? It doesn't make sense. The respect should be the first 3 to even 5 rounds. I get the respect. But the
I
rest
just
of it,
think he is who he was in front of, in my opinion.
Rob, did you? What's your what is Hayes? What's your first? What's the R stand
Reese.
for? Reese.
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 Reese. So Reese, did you have any amateur fights?
I've had a few. I've sparred professionals as well, but nobody at a high level. Best pro I've sparred was a Scottish champion.
How? So how many amateur fights did you have?
7.
7. And what weight were you at?
Welterweight, but before that I was at super lightweight, so that's 63.5 kilo, 141, and then 69 kilo, it's 152.
And how old are you now?
27, but I was younger at the time.
37. You said or 40?
27.
You're
27.
Oh, you're young.
27.
Okay. So that's good. Good for you, man. I'm glad. I like it. It means, when you've been in there, like it gives you. And I'm not trying to shit on people who never been in there because everybody who watches who has a fucking head on their shoulders can give a good take. But there's certain things that you just never know if you haven't done it. That's like anything, you know what I mean? So, and that's one of them. Like that whole respect thing didn't make sense to me to last for so long. Maybe he's just fucking shot. I mean, he's had a lot of mileage on him, Barrios.
Yeah, like I just said, I think kind of like what Chris said. I don't think it was respect. I think it was just who it was. Like that's like a dude fighting or sparring Mayweather. It's like, oh, that's Mayweather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily respect, in my opinion.
So what is it?
It's like shell shock. It's like, oh, that's really him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so start. Yeah, but starstruck goes away too after a few rounds.
Well, maybe it didn't with him.
Maybe.
Ryan, what do you see in Barrios that you think he will exploit and he will beat Ryan?
He bigger than Ryan. No, and he boxes better. The only thing is, like I said, that's the only thing I got, and I don't think Ryan good at all. But if he catch him with that hook, he going to bed.
Mm-hmm. It's a good fight. It's a good fight.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be better than we expect.
Does anybody think it goes to decision? Do y'all think it goes to decision?
I was just gonna say that.
Because Ryan's tall for his weight, but Barrios is fucking 6 feet. Barrios got him by
That's
2.
what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
But if it's a fight, I would probably, I don't know.
I didn't know
because
Barrios
Ryan really
was
don't got
big,
no other
big
punch
kid.
in his repertoire.
Barrios 6 feet. That's why when Tank signed up to fight Jake's also 6 feet. I was like, yo, people are like, he can't reach him. He's a midget. I'm like, he reached Barrios, and they're the same fucking height. Him and Jake are the same height. So, you know, but you know.
Do y'all think Barrios is better than what? Is this Barrios better than the Barrios that fought Tank? Has he improved? Or has he declined?
He got worse.
Yeah, I would say regressed.
I shouldn't say worse.
Yes, he's better.
Regressed.
He's declining with age.
No, I say he's better because he's fighting bigger guys. He's fighting stronger guys. He's fighting
Barrios?
Yes.
I disagree.
Barrios is fighting bigger and stronger guys than he was fighting when he fought Tank at 140.
Damn,
yes.
You always wear army gear, don't you? You always wear the camouflage.
I'm an army guy.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to this. This is what I tell people. This is what I tell people. I shed my blood in foreign mud for this country. So I wear what I wear.
But you know what? I understand that. But if I was experiencing all the trauma that you've experiencing, I would keep that shit the fuck out of my face. I would never. I'd be like, I'm not wearing camouflage ever again. If I was going through all that. Fuck that.
But see, you gotta understand something. The way that I process it is the fact that nobody made me join the army. I volunteered.
Okay.
And the shit that I went through, they pay me for it. They send me money every month because of the shit that I went through.
Well, let me ask you.
Now I'm dealing with the residuals as far as the psychotherapy and all that shit.
Well,
yeah.
And let me ask you one more question. We'll get back to boxing. So you're still good with the ganglion block? You're still feeling way calmer?
I feel way calmer.
Good.
Way calmer.
Good. And now, second thing is,
I haven't crashed out over a parking spot or had a fucking traffic incident in the whole week I had it.
Great. So, and the second thing is, your pension and all that stuff. Do you live okay, or do they just barely give you enough to get by? Because of all
$5,300 a month. $5,300 a month, and my rent is $1,900 a month.
Okay. So that's good. I feel like you guys should get way more money though, because that's
I think I should too.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, what I need you to do, Marco, I need you to write to the congressman and tell him that.
I will. I mean,
because I need more money.
It's crazy.
You give us a template, and I do it for you too, Shelton. Salute to you. Thank you for your service, bro. I don't know if I ever said that, but Shelton, thank you, brother.
Yes.
Thank you, bro. Because of what y'all do, bro, we're able to be out here and do this.
Yeah, we're safe, right? We're free. We could talk right now.
No, for real, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
for real. I get it, man. And it was my pleasure. And it was the best thing I ever done for myself, to be honest. It taught me discipline. But this is what I want to ask everybody on the panel. Who do you know who don't need more money?
Oh, I know some rich people who don't need more money. I know
the Rothschilds.
The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers.
Even they want more. And even they want more money. Am I right? Even they want more money.
Oh yeah, Clarissa.
So
Carissa's right, man.
Yeah.
If you left Cali and you lived in somewhere like Arizona, you would fucking be chilling with the.
Oh my God, yeah, I know, right?
Nah,
But
bro.
who wants
All
to
the
live
people
in it?
from
I've been to
Cali go down
Arizona.
to AZ in Vegas.
I've been to Arizona. It's hot as shit down there.
That's like y'all say. Hey, that's like Cali's second home is Arizona, bro. If y'all know, if you know
Yeah,
anything
it's
about the
hot
West
as shit
Coast,
down there, man.
anytime anybody's
I'm
from
an
like
LA
on the
dog,
West
man.
Side, everybody go to Vegas or Arizona, Phoenix. Like that's the escape hubs. That's what we run to.
I'm thinking about going to Vegas or someplace like that, but I'm just an LA guy, man. Everything's right here at my fingertips. I can go where I want, eat what I want, do what I want.
Yep, in
I'm
Texas
good.
too.
I'm good,
And
man. I'm
go
good.
to Texas.
You know, LA has some of the worst
Oh hell no,
traffic.
I ain't going to Texas. I
Texas
ain't going
even
to Texas. They
worse.
shit down there for me.
Hot as
They
Ain't
got
fuck.
shit
some
down there
horrible
for me. Fuck
traffic,
Texas.
bro.
Can't leave
Shithole.
Why does
Cali.
these motherfuckers park
Fuck
like this?
Arizona.
Beaches and bitches.
These
All
fucking
right,
idiots. I swear to God.
Crash out.
So,
Crash out incoming. Here it comes.
I love my people. I love my people, but black people are some of the stupidest motherfuckers on the planet.
I don't. We don't
They do some
condone
of the
those
dumbest
comments
shit.
here on Marco Buck.
They do. They do something. We do some of the dumbest
Hey, I
shit.
ain't gonna lie. I be saying that shit all the time.
Man, that's
I
for
mean,
We do
everybody,
some of the
bro.
dumbest shit. Why in the
everybody.
fuck
Have
would
you
you
ever
do that?
seen?
Why
You
would
ever
you
seen?
park?
Hold
Why
There
would
is
you
no
park?
race.
on.
There
Listen,
is no
Marco.
race.
Let me
Now
say
listen to
something.
me, Marco. Listen to me, Marco.
White.
Why would you park when there's room behind you in the middle of the fucking driveway?
No, I'm with
Why
you.
would you stick your
Shelton.
truck out?
I'm with you guys, but white trash does just as stupid shit. I don't think it's just black. It's everybody who's. I'm serious. The same shit. It's the
Bro,
same
I don't,
shit.
bro, we're
That's
just
funny.
different tones. We're just different
That's
tones and
funny.
shades. But
No,
we're
I
it's
agree with
a
that.
all
fact
the
though.
same. We're all the same color, bro. I'm
I'm
telling you,
telling you.
if you look at the spectrum,
We all do the
we're
same
just
dumb
different
shit, is what
tones.
Marco's trying to
Bro,
say.
we're just different tones. That's why everywhere there's always hella
And
dumbass
it's
people.
really
Comments.
it's
Yeah.
about it's about poverty. It's about poverty and social class. Like where I grew up, yeah, it was mostly black Puerto Rican, but you have some white people. Anybody who came from the hood or the poor parts, it's more related to, I think, your poverty level and your social class,
I,
not
f-
your
I,
color.
I feel
Yeah, I
I've
agree
been
with that.
speaking this the
But
best
let's keep it real.
because
Hold
Like I
on.
bet you in Scotland, right?
yeah,
Lisa,
that's what I was going to say. I
It's
feel
some
like I
dumb
can speak
motherfuckers
in
in
this
Scotland
topic
too,
the
huh?
best because see, like where I'm from, Glasgow, that's like a crime
Yeah.
capital, but there's barely any. Well, just now there is a lot more black people, but see, growing up, there was barely any black or any immigrants at all. It was all white people, and
hmm
that was a crime capital. It was like the knife murder capital of the world at one point.
hmm But
So
I bet you the
Well, like
poverty
you say,
areas of
hey,
Scotland
but I
were
bet you
terrible.
some dumb motherfuckers in Scotland too, huh?
Right, like
a big time. There's some
right,
fucking idiots.
exactly.
There's a lot of fucking idiots.
That's across the line. Now look, certain races do have maybe stereotypes that they abide by a little. That's maybe true. But to put a whole umbrella being like, black people are dumb or what? No, everybody could be fucking dumb and annoying and do stupid shit. Like
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? Just certain people do certain things more than others. You know what I mean? Like yes, but
I mean,
whatever.
it's also a culture thing in our culture too.
Cultural, yeah,
Yeah.
cultural, right? And the
Yeah.
thing with like
We don't want to follow the rules. We don't like to
no,
follow the rules. We want to make our own rules.
yeah.
But when you're not in a position to make your own rules, you still try to make your own fucking rules.
One thing that I grew up
That's the shit that irritates
one thing
me.
that I grew up without because I came from the hood was I grew up without kindness. Like I don't want to do something nice to somebody I don't know because I don't want them to think I'm a pussy and take advantage of me. And that's a
Yeah, I
terrible.
think you're
That's a
soft.
fact.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think
I
you're
ain't gonna
soft.
lie.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true.
That's a
Hey,
terrible mind
Marco,
frame.
that's not a color thing, Marco. That's a hood
No,
thing. Because we all
yes,
think like that.
exactly. And I hate that shit. And I'm just trying to turn that around even to this day because I'm always like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's important because it actually when you open your heart, there's been medical studies show that you heal ailments, your immune system it's just a better mind frame for your body physically to be that way. So I'm trying
Hey,
to get
don't
in that.
feel bad, brother. I'm 60 years old, right? I'm 60 years old. And the first fucking stupid shit comes out of my mouth is, oh, you think I'm soft, huh?
Wow.
No,
Well,
motherfucker, I just think you're old.
right. Right. No, that's true. That's true. So I think it's like, man, my wife is a really kind person. And I remember just being like almost thinking
keep it real, Marco. Keep it real. Like, even like a nice person, you will like almost like catch yourself taking advantage of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's fucked up. And you know why? Because we think that other people will do that to us in a second. So we do it
Exactly.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hood thing.
It's not cool. And I think we
That's
should
a
get
hood thing. That's not a color thing. That's a hood thing.
right. So
No matter what color you are.
maybe we
That's a
should
hood
have
thing.
our armor up when we're around hood people, but when we're not, try and drop the shit. You know?
Yeah, that's hard to do.
It is. It is. It really is. Like I'm that way 100% still. My wife, the opposite.
But you know what? But you know what's gonna get you out of that, Marco? I'll tell you exactly what will get you out of that. You got to travel more.
I mean, I've traveled a lot.
Travel more.
Well, I got it. Right
Travel
now,
more.
I can't even buy a
The
Metro
more
card.
you go around and the more that you meet different people, you'll start to, for me, I'll just speak for myself. The more I traveled and the more I met different people, I started to realize that my way of thinking wasn't the only way.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when you grow up in the hood, it's like a small population compared to like the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It is. It is. But you know, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I maybe never even grew up in the hood because it's left
See, I
me
don't
with a
know
lot
about
of
that.
negative shit.
I think.
But see, here's the thing though, Marco. Think about the man you are today. You would not be the man you are today if you didn't grow up the way you grew up. Everything that you went through shaped you into be the guy that you are today. And you should be pretty proud of that guy.
Thank you, man. Apparently, I'm a milk chocolate hood Bulgarian.
Just like it's like I can't live without doing certain things. Like, and it be mind boggling to me that like people can just live their life without being cautious of certain things.
Like what? Like, give me an example.
I don't know. Like, say, and I hate to say this, but say they do it anyways. But say three dudes come on a say you're on the train. Three dudes come on the train. People are just like, okay, when I see that, I'm like, okay, there's three individuals that I possibly got to watch out for. Some people don't even think like that. That's crazy to me.
So the way, because I grew up in the subways I could read the energy. So like if you're dressed a certain way, I could just read the energy. Like I could read it usually. And so I'll be careful with the energy, but not the way they look, just more their energy.
I got a question right quick. But I got a question, Yan. What?
That's
not to make it like, but I hear what you're saying, but the underlining, like, usually, what is the race that those three people make you feel uncomfortable?
Say it because they
right. That's what you're getting at, though. That's what you're getting at.
That's
but
what
you
I
didn't
was
say it. I know. Hey, but Marco,
but be
make
honest,
sure you
though.
drop the.
But be honest, though, bro.
Hold on 1 second, Chef. Hey, Marco, drop your drop your Discord and raffle right quick. Go ahead, Chef.
I was gonna say, but be honest though, that what you just described, that's a hood thing.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter what color a person is. If you see three Puerto Rican dudes get on the train, or you see three white dudes get on the train, but they skinheads and they tatted up, you gonna feel the same way.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you can, like Marco said, you can read the energy. Like, yeah, I gotta watch them, dude. It ain't about color; it's about what they giving off, how they acting, how they carrying themselves, how they moving. Like, yeah, I gotta watch them cats.
Nah, a lot of times I be walking down. I'm one of the coolest people, but I see people grab their pocketbooks or lock their doors or look at me funny or they're watching me and stuff. But if you knew me, I'm super cool. But I can understand.
He's black.
I'm black.
Let me ask you a question, though, Blind Faith.
That answers your question.
Are you always though, like we are? Like, are you always in protect yourself mode because you grew up in the hood?
Bro, I can't even go to a if I sit in a restaurant, my mama know I gotta be facing the door. I can't have my back to the door.
That could be what people read in you. They're misreading it first, but they could be reading that maybe. Like,
no, I understand it. I'm just saying these are the things, and I'm just saying because we learn these things. It's not just your environment, because sometimes you go out of your environment and experience crazy stuff over there. It's just the different environments where we grow up, it's normal. When we go outside our environment, we realize, oh, what we thought was normal, they don't do over here. And so that makes you feel uncomfortable because your normal is not normal to them.
Yeah.
So maybe you're too aggressive. Maybe you're not aggressive. Maybe your jokes are just different. Maybe what you normally do, you're like, we don't do none of that. We don't have tennis courts. We don't have no treats. Like, what are you talking about? We don't do. So it's so different. Just environments. Your not just religion, but just where you're from, your land, the language you speak. Yes, the body language is just because we don't know each other. And back in the day, we used to invest in knowing each other. There used to be block parties and all of that. We would go, like you said, we used to watch each other's kids. Or, that lady down the street knew my name, and I would get in trouble. But we don't have that today. No one's the neighbors like how many of them do you really really know? How many of them have you went over their house and y'all had dinner? Like that community is not a community together. You just living in a community, but
Yeah.
y'all not a community. So that's the difference today. We just don't know each other no more. We
And,
don't know
and
each other.
and this one thing I will say too, since moving from where I used to live, it is like a breath of fresh air. It's like, and you know what I'm saying, but like, it's like I can actually I don't know.
What?
Like
It's just
walk
different.
outside and breathe
Yeah,
again.
it's just like I don't have to worry
Yeah,
about. I haven't heard. I swear to God, I've been living here almost 2 years. I only heard the sirens, like police sirens, or once since I've been on here.
Just
Every
once?
just one, and then like where I used to live, it's every day. No matter if it's the fire department, whatever the case may be. You
Hmm.
know,
no, I get that. When I first moved from DC, like I was so used to hearing gunshots. And the first time I was on the street and somebody was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I looked at him like, "What the hell you want?" Like from where I'm from, don't nobody speak. Like you don't speak and smile and say hello. Like that's just not something you do. That's just weird.
that's a
To me,
fact.
I'm like, oh no, he must got a white van around. Like I'm a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm a kid. I'm like, oh hell no. Let me get home. He probably trying to snatch me. Like, but they were just saying hello. Hey, how you doing? But where I'm from, they don't do that. So yeah, I don't know.
That's a
Marco, don't
fact.
forget the Discord though.
Yeah, I'll do it in a second. I'll do it in a second.
That
You
boy
guys keep
editing.
keep it going. Keep it going.
He said, "Wait for GTA." They didn't push it back again.
Push what?
That game's supposed to come out.
Which game?
Oh, the Grand Theft Auto, the new one. Excuse
That's
me.
how they make money, man. They do that
Yeah,
every
that's a
time,
fact.
bro.
I
They
would
just
say so.
tell
I
you
know. I
that.
know some
That's
inside
just like
information about that.
think about the artists back in the day. Oh, we're gonna drop, and then they were like, oh, we gotta push it back. Oh, we're about to drop, and then they push it back. It just makes the anticipation more. And now everybody's gonna go get it.
Yeah.
Marketing tactic. Just like someone
You,
go, oh, this is
you
my
done with
last
Fight
album.
Night?
I'm never gonna rap again, and then they come back with like 7 more albums.
That's
Yeah.
what
You
Jay
need
Z
Fight
did.
Night Champion 2.
Say that again. Oh yeah, Fight Night. Yeah.
I need a new one, but Fight Night Champion came out in 2011 or something, 2010. It's the last time a good boxing game was made. It's been like 15 years. That Undisputed game's dog shit.
That's what I heard. Um, I mean, but the fact that we're even getting boxing games does feel good because that just goes to show, oh, okay, people are back into boxing again. That does feel good to know people are watching boxing, and the sport is becoming something that people are interested in. Because for a while, it's like just dead.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, best thing for boxing is if AJ just cleans Jake Paul's clogs and just punches him out the ring with a right uppercut in the first round. Sends him flying.
You don't think it's better if Jake Paul knocks out AJ?
Nah, I don't. I want Jake. I think Jake Paul's done, man. I think that's why they're cashing him out now. I think even the promoters and that realise it too. Just it's over with, man.
Because did you see the face off? Who's gonna bet on Jake now?
I know he looked like a chubby light heavyweight or something like that, fighting a
Well, he
solid
looked
heavyweight.
petrified. Did you see him like look forward and then he kind of like looked to the side at AJ like, oh shit, what did I just get myself into?
No, man. There's no. I think Jake Paul's listed at like 6'2" or something, but fuck, I reckon he's probably about 5'11", 6 foot or something like that. To be
Jake
honest.
Paul was looking at AJ's chest. He had to like look all the like he was looking up a building.
So I
Like
mean,
it.
is he even 6 foot, Jake Paul?
I think he's 6 foot.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah. Because Marco
If he
was saying
is,
he's
it's
the same height
barely,
as
man.
Ryan. He's the same height as Ryan Garcia.
Oh no, Ryan Garcia's like 5'8" or something like that, I'm sure.
Oh, really? No, he's 5'10", Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia, he didn't look that big next to what's his name? Tank.
Right?
Might be about 5'10", maybe 5'9" then, but Yeah, he's definitely not 6 foot, but I don't know if Jake's 6 foot, but he looked really small next to fucking AJ. Like
I
you
don't
were
know, but
saying,
when
Point,
Tank,
if he
when
was
do
looking
you
right
remember
up.
Tank and Jake having that face off, and then Tank stuck his arms out and showed Jake, "Oh, I can hit you without moving." Do you remember that?
Tank's got long arms for a wee guy, like for a, what is he, like 5'4", 5'5" guy. He's got a
Yeah.
decent wingspan.
I don't know what Tank's wingspan is, but yeah, I mean, when I seen that, I was like, "Oh shit." Tank doesn't have to like leap in to get to Jake. But either
Tank's
way,
got a
AJ
decent
is gonna
wingspan.
like look. If AJ doesn't knock Jake out within like the first 4 rounds, this is strictly scripted.
Hmm.
Period.
I
Period.
can't see AJ going for all that bullshit, man.
Like, bro, if he knocked out Ngannou in 2, there's no way Jake makes it to 4. I'm just saying, bro.
What's happening with the Gary Antwain Andy Hirioka fight? Is that on the undercard for that? So that was
I
supposed
heard
to
that.
be an undercard for the Tank fight.
Yeah, I don't know where that fight's going.
That'll be a good fight. That Andy Hirioka's decent, but he's not really fought anybody. But just from the eye test, I think Antwain Russell lost him.
I think he overwhelms him.
He's the best at 140, I think. That Antwain Russell.
Man, that's crazy with Matias because I always thought Russell and Matias was the fight at 140.
I think
But
Mateus would struggle against Russell big time just because just the difference in the footwork really.
his
Mateus kind of just
athleticism.
plods forward.
Yeah.
I think it'd be competitive for a bit, but I think Gary Russell would be able to start pushing him back just with his footwork alone. Then once you get Mateus on the back foot, he's got a zero back foot game, so it'd be over. He kind of like what he was doing to Ryo, just pin him on the ropes with the feet and then just smash him with combos. Don't let him off, just keep cutting the ring on him.
Yeah, Matias has some of the worst feet. That is fact.
His feet are terrible.
I mean, is it clear that he popped? I heard the first thing that's a test, but did we hear anything else after that? Is the
Mate,
fight
see to be
officially
honest,
off?
like, see that Osterine, that is what a lot of boxers are testing for. It's not just him and Ryan Garcia, there's a lot of top boxers over the years that have been using that. And MMA fighters as well. It's definitely like a used drug in combat sports, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually cheating, mate.
You know, there was an article that came out that said that the FBI was investigating that they think that there's like a scandal going on with some of the pharmacies and stuff to where I don't know if it's intentional, but there's something going on with the fighters and the testing and the popping. I know there was an article about that. I don't know who's being investigated, but I know they said something about the FBI looking into that.
I
So I
think
don't know.
supplements in general should be banned in boxing. I don't even think you should need them. You just need water and
Yeah, no
fucking
supplements at all.
protein.
Like if aspirin's on there, how can you take other things? Like I don't
They
know.
should ban everything, mate. Should
Yeah,
just
and
be
then that way,
nutrition.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
Then it is a level playing field for everyone. There's no complaints.
Hmm. Yeah, because if you got anything in your system at that point, then you pop.
Exactly. And then they
Yeah,
just
that would
blame
make
it
it
on
easier.
the supplement. Then they need to go and investigate the batch it came from and all this. It's just fucking. Even
Yeah,
if you like, say you genuinely took it from a supplement and you popped dirty, and then you were trying to go like round the houses to prove you're innocent, you might never actually be able to prove it as well. So then you just look like a cheater. So it should just be nutrition.
do
Leaves no
y'all
doubt.
think that there's anyone who's ever popped that actually was like legit though? Like, oh, it was just like you think they
Nah.
accidentally maybe like the pharmacy had they were doing some other and then something just got on. Do y'all think that's the possibility? You think anyone who's popped was just intentionally used?
Feel like anybody that pops it's a bit, I don't know. Say innocent
Marco,
until
what do you,
proven
Marco, what do you
guilty,
think?
but
About which one? Sorry, I was like reading
Do
something.
you think that, like, because we're talking about people, PDs, right?
Hmm.
And I was asking, do you think that it's possible that anyone who has ever popped in the sport actually didn't intend to, didn't, it was an accident? Or do you think that everyone that's popped actually intended to use and get the benefits of the PED?
Sorry, hold on, I got a call. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. So you were saying?
I was saying, so out of the history, right,
Hmm.
of fighters popping dirty, do
Right.
you think that there was ever any fighters that popped dirty but didn't actually have the intention of actually reaping the benefits of intentionally using PEDs? They were just actually using supplements or something, but it was actually tainted. Or do you think everyone who's popped actually had the intention of cheating but just got caught?
No, I mean it has to be a mixed bag. Like everything.
Yes. Everybody who popped was trying to cheat. They just got caught.
No, I don't think so.
Because I think they all are on
I'll
something.
be right back,
I
guys.
don't believe any of them dudes are completely clean. All them dudes are on something.
John Malcharlo explained it the best. He said for the drug testing, there's basically thresholds for each drug, and you can only pop if you actually are above the threshold amount. So, say it was like 300 milligrams of Osterine or whatever it is. Like if you were taking 280 milligrams, it would never like test positive. It's only if you're above like 300, and that's for every drug. There's a set limit. So like people are basically just
Mm.
microdosing lots of drugs, and it's not coming up.
So that's where the microdosing thing comes from. So every drug has like a maximum level before it's deemed, oh, you abusing it.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
John Malcharlo basically exposed it in an interview. I can try and find it and put it in Marco's Discord. It won't be hard to find, but he basically said, like, see, even when Canelo tested positive for clenbuterol, they actually changed the threshold amount for clenbuterol to above what Canelo had actually took, and that is a fact.
Did they change it after he popped or before?
Yeah, after he popped, right? So say the amount that he popped, they changed the threshold amount to an amount higher than what he tested for. So basically, Canelo could just keep taking clenbuterol. Like that's what even John Malcharlo explains in the video, and he actually says it just as I'm saying it just now. I'll find it.
So that's why
And you can
Canelo was
actually
so
find.
red sometimes.
Yeah, mate. Like Canelo's always been taking clenbuterol. They changed the VADA amount so that he could just stay on it. Or stop.
That makes sense because there was times I was like, yo, why is all of a sudden Canelo so fresh in the later rounds? Like, since when? He's always fading in the last, and now he's fading again. But I was like, there was a time when Canelo would just, it'd be the eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th round. I'm like, all of a sudden he's coming on stronger. Like, since when? How did he do it? And I remember my friend, one of my good friends, he fights Muay Thai boxing. And he was like, man, I'm telling you, Canelo, look at his back. I can tell when people are using. He's always, his backs and his nipples, he's always red and he's flushing it out. He's flushing it out. And I was like, man, I don't know. That was only one time. But now that you're saying that, bro, it does this. I always was thinking that, like, where does Canelo get all of this extra, like, Super Saiyan energy from all of a sudden? Like, how?
And remember this. Who the fuck was he fighting at that time? Who was he fighting?
He was starting to make like his run, that 60, 68 run. That's when he was starting to make that like real run
Yeah,
to
exactly.
become
My
like
bad,
King
guys.
Canelo.
Guys, I gotta dip off. Got some family stuff, but I'll be back.
All right, brother.
All right, peace
All
out.
right, bless. Be safe, Marco.